how you all doing, folks? Yeah, bud. Right, you get comfy. Hey? We just load up the comments on this so I can actually see what's cracking. Oh god, feels like it's been bloody ages since I've done one of these. How we doing? Hey! Down in Spain, fucking hell. What's the temperature down there, mate? Right. Oh, shit. Hang on, let me get contents up on here. So I can actually see what you're all saying. Oh mate, you're taking up the old fucking sofa, pal.
Oh my god!
There we go. Alright. Okay, we're in business. Got the iPad going now so I can actually see what's cracking. Why does Bob look so... Are you not sure, mate? Right, let's have a look. Reese, how you doing, pal? Wesley, how you doing, matey? How's the Jenny? I've not plugged it in yet. So I got it yesterday, picked it up last night, but they've sent it with no oil in the sump because it's a 4-stroke. So I need to go pick up some oil and some petrol tomorrow. Hopefully be able to get it fired up. Fingers crossed. Gordon, steady on, pal. I've only had it 5 minutes. I've only just took it out of the bloody box. But I'm sure you're all interested in the generator. I don't think it's right to actually call it a generator. That's what the guy said to me. It's more of a supercharged battery charger. So it's not like a normal generator. It literally just has... I'll show you it in a bit actually. I'm going to make a video on it obviously when I put it all in and everything. But I'll give you a little sneak peek what it is. It's called the supercharger. So it's basically a battery charger on steroids that runs on petrol and LPG. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to fix everything. And we'll have bloody power again, so we'll start uploading videos. I can hear your blow heater, yes you can, because it's -7. So, definitely need the heating on. Chris, how you doing, buddy? 10 degrees, mate. Oh. You see, I keep saying that to myself. I could just drive to Portugal, but I won't really be able to ski there. I'm quite enjoying the skiing at the minute. I know you've not seen many videos on it yet. I have recorded quite a lot, but I've just not been able to make them yet. But that's coming. But yeah, I'm loving it. The skiing's brilliant. all of a sudden, now that I've started skiing, this whole thing sitting in ridiculous temperatures starts to make sense. So, Roy, how's the missus? She is doing great. She is. She's not here actually. From yesterday until Tuesday, her friends come out to visit. So she is. They've booked a hostel because obviously Marie's van's knackered. They did plan to stay in that originally, but she'll just freeze to death because we've still got no brakes, not fixed it yet. Because she's had some trouble with work paying, like she's not been paid from all this work she's done. She's not been paid anything yet because she's had to make a bank account. So yeah, so they got a hostel, so they're staying in there till Tuesday, which is a bit shit, but at least they got Bubble company for now. They didn't stay last night, but not on my own tonight, so it's alright. Pat, plans for climbing have been scuppered. Dislocated your shoulder? Fucking hell, man. Did you do that climbing? Bloody hell. Is that why you went down there? Is it like a climbing mission? I hope not, otherwise that would be a bit of a shitter. Don's allotment. How you doing, buddy? Susie King, love your videos. We just started watching them. Our van off the road at the moment, so your videos keeping us happy. Oh, brilliant. What's the matter with your van? You having mechanical troubles, or? I'm glad you're enjoying them. I love it. Like, I get comments all the time on sort of Instagram and stuff of people that are saying they've been watching my videos, like while they're doing their build and stuff, just to give them a bit of a boost. And that, like, literally, that is it. That makes all of this worth it. It's brilliant. Dead donkey. Just answered that, pal. She's staying in a hostel with her mate. I don't know if you caught that. Cheeky live stream indeed, Luke. Cheeky live stream. It's all I could bloody do. I can't make the videos at the minute. It's fucking piss take. Roy, petrol, what the fuck? Well, you got to have two options, mate. So I've got the petrol and the LPG, and you can switch between them. Gordon, how much was it? I'll tell you. No, I won't. Because I've lost it. There you go. It was £744.99. And I'll have to say, you guys contributed a lot to that, like a good heap of that, because all of the money that people sent me before, I know you sort of said, go buy beers and whatever, but I put it in a pot, I saved it, because I knew that obviously I was going to want a Jenny, so I thought, I'll save it all and I'll put it all towards that, and everything combined pretty much paid like half of it. So you literally made this possible, so fingers crossed once we get this sorted out, that's going to fix everything, so you'll get the videos again, hopefully. I'm sure it will. It's an absolute beast. I will show you it in a bit. But yeah, so I can't thank you enough. Words don't even do it, But that's the notice I got with it. Oh, obviously it's reversed. It says, warning, no oil in sump. Fill using 1030 or 1540. So obviously they've drained the sump for transport, which is fair enough. I just need to pick some up tomorrow, hopefully. Simon, is that the tap shoes? I know, mate. It was time to let them go. Like, I couldn't walk in them. The last time I wore them was on New Year's Eve when I got trashed, and I think that was the last straw for them. I'm afraid. The sole fell off the right shoe. It was just dangling down. So, problem with a van, you got no room for shit. So you got to be ruthless with things. Unfortunately, if it's done, if it's ran its course, you just got to get rid of it. But I will be looking at a replacement very soon. Have you been up the Gouldemiddy yet? I haven't yet. Not yet. Not because I haven't wanted to. I am gagging to go up there because it looks absolutely mega. But I want to film it, and when I film it, I want to be caught up with everything, and have power and have free memory cards and all of that stuff. So I've been waiting so that everyone, all of you guys can see it. James. God, matey. I miss you lot. I really miss you, honestly. You just have to settle for Dom for a while, I'm afraid. I've fell on an account video about it rendering right now. Tell your subscribers to subscribe to me. No. Yeah, go check out Pat's channel. Ivan Life is we met him, well I met him in the summer. Came up to Le Tour, just up the road from here. He's got the same van as me, very, very different inside. So if you want to see another layout of an Iveco, go have a ganders. Reese, I'm doing my build right now. What are you building, mate? What van have you got? How far along are you? All that good stuff. Jason Petley just watched all. Oh fucking hell! Yeah, you know what? I've been seeing the comments and stuff coming in, and I meant to sit down and reply to everything. I've just not got around to it. So I've been like doing the work and bits and bobs that working on that other van, the transporter, and doing some other stuff. I just went the thing with the comments. Instagram, I tend to just flick through and do it, but on YouTube, I like to just sit down and actually do proper comments, not just shit like a lot of people do. I want to actually reply to you properly. That's why I'm not doing anything yet, because it's just making the time to, sit down and do it, basically. Where are we at? My van has a problem with the underfloor heating. First world. I mean, bloody hell, mate. Underfloor heating? Right, well, you're building a van or a palace? Wish I had that. I can barely run the bloody diesel heater at the minute. You don't want to be coming up here if you've got underfloor heating and stuff. Paul Jackman, yeah, we've got the Jenny, mate. I'll show it in a minute once everybody's on. I'll give you a little look around it, because it doesn't really look like a generator, to be honest. I don't know what it looks like. Someone, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, someone said it kind of looks like the flux capacitor from Back to the Future, which is about right, to be fair. It's a bit of a beast. Luke, still heading back home for MOTs in March. We actually don't know what we're doing yet, to be honest, mate. My MOT isn't until May, but Marie's is in March. I don't know. Probably. I think that, you know, it's probably going to happen. A lot's changed actually since the last videos. A lot's changed with plans, just with everything. But we'll probably, if we do come back, well, we're going to have to come back at some point, but it's probably going to be in March, I think, because that'll give us enough time to then come back, and there'll still be ski season here, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. We'll keep in touch, because that's for that meet thing, isn't it? Obviously, if it time's right, we'll definitely go, because it's like on the way, so it'd be stupid not to. I'll explore. We're in the middle of our van build. Just ordered our diesel heater, a 2 kilowatt. Not going to areas where it's freezing like where you are. Can't really comment on that. I mean, mine is the 5 kilowatt. I'll tell you what, one thing I will note with the diesel heater. Now, see, this is why I've not done a video on it, because I wanted to test it properly. And bear in mind, I've got 480 amps worth of battery. Like, it's a lot. I've got a big ass battery bank. Obviously, at the moment, I'm struggling to fully charge it, but I am finding this diesel heater, it does drink power. Like, you'd think because it's diesel, you know, it's only going to sip it, but it soon goes down. Like, I'm at 12.3 volts now. Obviously, it's under load, but I've done quite a bit of driving today. I've done about 100 kilometers. But yeah, it uses more power than I was expecting. I'm not sure exactly how much it uses. But yeah, if you run it for a few hours, like, it soon drains the batteries down. So just bear that in mind. Like, make sure you've got a way of charging back up. Obviously, if you're not blocked by flipping mountains, you can use your solar and stuff, and then it'll be fine. And if you're driving as well. But for me at the minute, like, it's a genuine struggle every day to actually keep warm. So, you know, this is why there's no videos, because I'm having to run my engine just to power the heater. Like, I wake up in the morning, the heater won't even fire up. I'll turn it on from bed, because I've got the remote control up there, and it won't. There's not enough power in the batteries to actually get through that first little, I think it's like a 5-minute cycle when the glow plug's on or something like that, and it just cuts off, and then it's freezing. So I have to get out of bed, turn the engine on, turn the heater back on, wait for half an hour for the van to warm up. It's like, it's a pain in the fucking arse, not gonna lie. But, you know, they're not all perfect. It's not a perfect solution. So just bear that in mind, and to anyone else who's thinking about buying them as well. Roy, go for synthetic or ultra low temperatures. Yeah, I need to have a proper look actually with the oil. It doesn't get that low, because obviously it's going to be in the garage. Obviously it gets colder than in here, but it doesn't get as cold as outside, because the garage is still insulated. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look. I need to have a proper look tomorrow. I bought a massive 20 litre steel jerry can for it as well. I went for dual fuel just because it gives you the option then, doesn't it? You know, if you run out of gas, you've still got petrol, or if I'm running low on gas, I can run it on petrol, whatever. But I need to get like a T-valve, I think, because I've got my LPG bottle in the back, one gas line that runs to the hob just there, and that's it. That's all I've got in my gas, and it lasts bloody ages. So I need to sort of tee off it with a little tap, I reckon, or something like that. But for now, I'm just gonna have to run out of petrol. I think it uses about half a litre per hour of petrol, but it is the alternator that's strapped to it puts out 95 amps, so it should hopefully work out alright. Luke, give him Pat a shout out. Can I get in on that, mate? It's a community here. You know, there's no bias. Like, if no one's seen Luke's channel, go over there because he's building a daily as well. If you want 3 different versions of this van, these 3 channels, mate. That's what you need. Reese Crafter. Check out Curbside Crafters. Yeah, I'll have a look, matey. I'll have a look. I did look at Crafters when I was looking at my van, but I think I've said it before why I went for this van, just because of the chassis and everything. Yeah, they're good vans. They're big. I don't know. Are they the same size as this? Crafters are same as Sprinters, aren't they? I don't know if this is slightly longer. I'm not sure. Dead Donkey, were you careful with the weight of your van build? You don't want to get caught overweight from what I've heard. I mean, my advice to anybody, use lightweight materials, don't piss about, because obviously if you get caught and you do get weighed, you'll get fined, that's a given, but what they'll make you do, from what I've seen, is they'll make you unload to be underweight before they let you leave, and you know that could mean dumping your flipping batteries. Like my batteries weigh combined 120 kilograms, so you know you're going to be dumping all your water and everything. But I was underweight, probably not now, I don't know, but I don't really give a shit if I'm honest. We'll see what happens, but do not follow that. Like, I won't tell anyone to do that. Just like it's easy. The reason I'm probably over is because I use shit materials. I use cheap wood, use like chipboard and stuff in places. It's heavy, it's crap. You're better off using good quality plywood. It's a lot lighter, and you'll be fine. It takes a lot to make a van overweight. It does, especially you know these big vans. You've got to fill it big time with heavy stuff if you want to make it overweight. It's an Optare Alero minibus, all GRP with separate chassis, all on Iveco running gear. Oh, that's your one, Roy. I remember you. Didn't you send me a picture? Is it you that drove? Was it to Spain or something to go and pick it up? I seem to remember seeing a picture of that. Jason, if someone was to give a brand new long wheelbase Panavan, what would you go for? Brand new? I don't know. I don't know how good the new Ivecos are. Couldn't comment. I imagine they'll be so full of tech and crap, they'll probably break every 5 minutes. I don't know. But that's the same with all new stuff, isn't it? That's why I went for an older one, because it's simple. You know, I've even got bloody manual windows. But it's like today, well, a couple of days ago, my wiper motor went. Well, I thought it did. Because the wipers were frozen to the windscreen. So I did it and it just stopped working. Didn't have wipers for a day. Fixed it today. It was just a fuse. You know, it's just things like that. Like, obviously that's a simple thing, but as soon as you start getting into the newer vehicles, things start getting real tech and expensive. And if things go wrong, like, you're screwed, ain't you? So I'd go for older vans personally. Like, look at Marie's. You know, she's got about 3 electrics on that thing. And it's got no brakes at the minute, but at least we'll be able to fix it. It's just a blown brake line. I'm a little bit pissed, so you have to bear with the slurring words. Joe Adamson, just getting caught back up in your videos. Great as always. Thank you, matey. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Giving me some inspiration to make some much needed changes to my van. The tilting solar look, yeah. For those of you that didn't see the solar, I know I've not really gone into it in massive detail. But that, like, if your main source of power is solar, if you're traveling in the winter and they don't tilt, you're screwed. There's no hope. You have to tilt them, because it, like, what was it on the video? I think I said I was getting it was like 8 times the amount of power going in. I was getting nothing before. Gordon Duff, would you buy loads of cheese if money was no object, or would you just sing "Are You Lonesome Tonight" to snails at night? Eh? What? I don't know. I'm a fan of cheese. I don't know. Didn't know how to answer that, to be honest. Don't know what you're getting at. Why is it saying messages restricted? 2 people. Message retracted. Okay, Roy. Okay. That's pretty cool. I mean, that comment can fuck off, can't it? Why do I always get weirdos on my live stream? Every time I get some wrong uns, we'll just put user in the timeout. That's what we'll do there. Have to be a member of Starfleet for the new vans. Yeah, pretty much. From what I've seen, everything I've read as well, especially with the dailies, it's from like the brand new ones. It's like stay clear of them because there's so much shit on them to go wrong. Terry, how you doing, buddy? I'd die of the cold in air van. Yeah. It's not great. The old Talbot. It's not fending that well in the winter, if we're honest. And we have tried, like, put blankets over all of the windows, insulated the water tank, and it is what it is, you know. I don't think they designed it with Chamonix in mind, that's for sure. Hey bud, great to see you're on live. How are you crazy kids doing? You're on the adult Vimto again. I am. I'm on the adult Vimto. I mean, it's a live stream, like, it's just how it is now, isn't it? I can't do a live stream sober. What would be the point in that? Keeps you warm as well. Bit of whiskey. Damaged goods. Did you do an update on your diesel heater? No, not yet. I did mention it a minute ago. I don't know if you were connected at that point. But I will do. I'll do it. It's just been one of them things. The whole video thing's gone to shit at the minute, which is really annoying. But it is what it is. I've got the Jenny now. Hopefully in the next few days that's going to be plumbed in and sorted. If that solves the problem, I'll be back to doing it every day. Because I'm missing it. Like, it's not that I fell out with it. I'm really missing making the daily videos. Like, I was proper into it, proper enjoying it, and it was good. And then as soon as it became a problem, so as soon as I was struggling, and it became not fun, then I stopped doing it. Because that's my thing in life. Like, as soon as something stops being fun, you sack it off, because there's no point. It's just a waste of time. And if it's pissing me off, like, why would I do it? But hopefully this fixes it, and then we'll be back. I've just seen a comment pop up then. You're always pissed on the lives. Yeah, pretty much, mate. That's how it is. But yeah, that's the thing with the videos. You know, I know everyone's missing them, like the uploads coming up, and I'm missing making them. But it is what it is at the minute, I'm afraid. But you know, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get it sorted out. Oh, here we go. This looks interesting. Anthony King, are you concerned about European access post-Brexit? Now, we've been talking about this quite a lot, actually. This is what I was saying earlier about how we're thinking about plans and what we're going to do and all of that. Don't know. So, when's Brexit? Is it the 29th of March, I think? So our sort of idea is to basically get back to the UK, get the MOTs and piss off again before that happens. So if it does all go to shit, we're just going to hide in the mountains somewhere. That's the idea. Because the last thing I want is to get stuck in England. I mean, to be honest with you, my personal opinion is nothing's going to happen. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I feel like if they made it hard to travel, say if you had to get visas and like apply for visas just to go to Europe, it'd be an absolute shitstorm. So, you know, anyone wanting to go on the little 2-week holiday to Spain or something's got to apply like 2 months in advance for a bloody visa. I can't see it happening, but we'll see what happens. But the idea is get back, get sorted, piss off again before any of that kicks off, and then we're just out here, out of the way, and deal with it then. At least we're out of the country. So I don't know. That's all I can say on that one. Ed Shaw, hi mate, Radio Check. Oh, you know what? I miss Radio Check. We ain't done it for ages because obviously we've been staying here. There's no reason to use it. We're not going to radio check each other to the flipping other end of the van. On episode 69. What is there now? 86? 87? That's mad, isn't it? 80 odd videos. Like, I've tried to make them all, you know, as sort of real as I can, and that's, you know, I'm not uploading like 5-minute clips of me doing whatever. I'm trying to involve everything. That's why I normally aim to make at least a 20-minute video, because I think that's what it needs, just to show the truth, basically. I don't leave anything out. Anything good, bad, crap, boring, whatever, I pretty much get it in. DIY man, you got the gen up and running? I haven't, not yet mate. I've got it, it's in the garage, probably show you in a few minutes, but I've not got it up and running yet. I've got to get petrol and I've got to get some oil for the sump tomorrow probably, if I can find it, because it's France, the bloody shops close at 12:30, so I'm going to be running around a bit in the morning. But I've got to, I'll be able to start it up for the first time tomorrow. Let's close that. Yeah, I'll be able to fire it up. If I get the oil and the fuel, I'll be able to start it. But to install it properly, I need to extend the exhaust, because obviously it's going to pump out fumes in the van, which we don't want. So I need to run the exhaust. It's going to come out the side and go down and out the bottom of the van, I think. But that was one of the criteria when I was buying it. I've sort of been in touch with the guy that builds it, and he said I'll be fine to extend the exhaust. There's not going to be like too much back pressure or any of that, so hopefully that should work out all right. Joe Adamson, do you think if you can keep your batteries a bit warmer? This is a bloody good point, this is, mate. Cold weather kills the batteries. Had to jumpstart one of my drill bats at work. Yeah, so I was just saying about the guy talking about the generator. So I had like a long phone chat with him, and he sort of said to me, what was it? So I think it's under 25 degrees. Every degree you lose a percentage of your battery's efficiency or something like that, something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what he said. So if you think about it, I'm in like what? I mean, some nights it's -10. So in the garage it's probably -5 if we're honest. I mean, it gets bloody cold. Like what? 70% of their actual efficiency. That's ridiculous. So I might. I don't know. I don't know whether to do like a tee off the diesel heater and run a pipe into the garage as well, so that's sort of trickling in there. I think I'm definitely going to insulate the batteries, but that's a point for anyone who's mid-build. Insulate your battery compartment. I never even thought to do that. Completely, neglected the fact that batteries lose efficiency when they get cold. So you definitely want to come up with some sort of insulation plan for your battery housing. Mike, a bit early for you, isn't it? Yeah, I thought I'd treat you all tonight. Do it at a humanely hour rather than 3 o'clock in the morning. Reese, are you using AGM batteries? I am. Yeah, there's 360 amp hour AGM ones in there. How do you survive money-wise, fuel, food, etc.? We've both got work. Marie's is a bit, well, I mean, she's working, but she hasn't paid yet. I've got my friends here that I'm doing bits and bobs for. But to be honest, like, you really don't need a lot of money, because we're not moving. You really don't. You won't believe how cheap that you can live. I mean, Marie's job, she's working in the chalets, which means she gets free food. Like what people have left. So we're basically scrounging food as well. Which, is what it is. But it's free and it's good food. So that's helped a lot. But you'll be surprised how little you can actually live on. People think you need hundreds and hundreds of pounds a week or whatever. But you don't. Like, we're living on peanuts and we're fine. I mean, it's, it's fucking cabling. It's unpleasant at times. You're not eating the best food in the world, but you're still eating, you're still drinking, you're warm. It's doable. It's perfectly doable. You don't need, millions of pounds of savings to do this. You really don't. Jason, is what it is. Exactly. That is my life motto, mate. Is what it is. What happened to Little Legs? She pissed and passed out. No, she's staying with a friend, mate. Friends come out to visit her, and they're staying in a hostel for 4 days because her van's knackered, and obviously I've not got space for 3 people in here, so it's just me and the Bob for a bit. But it's all right. Probably needs a break from me. Probably sick of me by now, so. Love an Ash video. Oh, cheers, man. I wish I could be uploading them every day. I really do. Yeah, I love it. It's brilliant. Especially everyone's comments. That's the best thing about it. When I upload every day, or I upload in the evening, and then in the morning I look and there's a load of comments, and I just get to sit and read through everyone, hear everyone's opinion on the video and everyone's thoughts. Like, that is the best bit. I love that. And now my fucking iPad's gone flat, even though it's on charge. Great. Why has that happened? That's no good. Now I've got to read the comments on the flipping phone. See if I can get it working again. Bear with technical difficulties. How's that going out of focus now? Bloody hell. Not very good at this live stream, Lar. Come on. Got comments there. There we go. Oh, this is a ball ache trying to read them on here. I've got to squint. Mark, how you doing, buddy? No, I ain't got it in yet. It's in the garage. It's ready to go in. I just got to get a few bits first and make room for it, pretty much. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Shall we have a look? We'll have a look in a minute. Ash, is there any tech to the supercharger? Blah, 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 blah. I think what it's got the same technology on it as your car. So, you know, your alternator in your car, whatever amperage it is, it will never overcharge the batteries because it monitors them, doesn't it? So it has like a cut off and it knows when to stop. That's what this has got. It's got the same stuff on it. So it can't overcharge them. What the fuck this iPad's doing? Pissing thing. I've only got one charger cable. I think it's broke. But yeah, so from what I've read, from what the guy said, it's safe to use. It's not going to wreck the batteries, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So let's not speak too soon, but see what happens. Hey Ash, good to see you. Just got my pasta on the fire. So I on here, one eye on here, one eye on the other. Say hi to Marie and Bolsky. Cheers, man. Say hi to Bolsky because he's sitting right here next to me, but Marie is not, unfortunately. She's still in Chamonix, but she's on the other side of town in a hostel. Jason, don't talk shit to me, mate. I can see that it keeps trying to focus on something. DH, hey, where's the beers? No beer tonight, mate. See, this is another part of van life, you know. If you want to have a few drinks, you can't be buying beer. I love beer. That is my drink of choice. But it's not, money-wise, it don't make any sense. So what you do is you go down to Super U and you buy a 1.5 litre bottle of whiskey for €20 and it lasts a lot longer. Gotta think smart. If I had beer, I'd drink now a lot in one night. Is this going to turn on? Stop being crap. The Jenny looked quite compact to me. Where are you going to fit it? You got a link for it too, bud. Yeah. When I do the video, when I've got it going, then I'll do a link to it. That's how I like to do it. You know, there's no like, I don't want to sort of push companies and stuff if the product's crap, because why would I recommend that to people? Once I get it in and running, obviously I'll put the video on here, I'll do a link to it and whatever. I think it's quite a small firm. The guy was really like nice. He knew what he was talking about. I had a good long chat with him on the phone. Oh, that thing's dead. But yeah, so you know, I don't want to start. I don't want to say promoting because I'm not exactly a massive fucking influential person, but you know what I mean. I don't want to push companies if it's a crap product. But hopefully not, because it's just cost me the best part of £1,000. So you'd like to think it's all right. We'll see. Next few days, hopefully. What else we got? Graham, how you doing, buddy? Actually, I noticed you've made a few videos. I had a little look. Seen you've been cracking on with your van, mate. I've not looked for a little bit though. How you getting on with it? When you have it, I'm sure the last thing I saw, you were having a couple of issues with it or something. I can't remember. It was a little while ago. Have you managed to get the express sorted? I haven't yet, mate. Not yet. It's still sat there with no brakes. Basically, or as like I said earlier, because Marie's not been paid. We don't know. I actually messaged a mechanic here. Thing is, it's definitely a blown brake line, 100%, because it's happened before. I know what it is, but I've not brought. That's going to fall over. I've not brought the stuff with me to repair it, and it's a pain in the arse because I've got it all at home. You know, I've got the tube, like the copper tube. I've got the bits. I got the flaring tool. I've got the pipe bender. I've got everything. I didn't bring it because I needed it. Basically, I didn't expect this to happen. So I rang a mechanic. He said he wouldn't look at it because the snow was so bad. The other day, you've not seen it yet because it's not been on the videos. I did record it, obviously not uploaded yet. Our vans were buried in about 3 or 4 foot of snow down at the lake. The police actually came in the morning and cleared me off and all the other vans that were here because they were worried about risk of behind me on the on this side there's the mountain, and they were worried about the risk of avalanche coming down into the road. So they cleared everyone off, obviously, to, you know, so nobody dies. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the guy won't come out at the minute because there's too much snow, which is fair, I guess. But the problem is we can't get it to a garage because you can't drive it. It's too dangerous. Like there's literally 0 brakes. So it's bad enough driving in this weather with brakes. Jason, suppose you'd fill the toilet a little quick. Yeah, spot on, mate. Oh, good. I should probably make a mount or something for this flipping thing. Yeah, that's the downside of beer. Fills the toilet up, and when you have to empty it physically, fuck off. I'm gonna fall out with this phone in a minute. Is that? No. Bear with. Technical difficulties. My phone case just fell apart. That's why this is happening. It's another thing I need to add to the list. A new bloody phone case. I can't remember where I had it before. It was perfect. Fucking hell. There. If I press this, is it going to fall over? No. There we go. I can smell. Oh, good. Do I want to read any more of that? Probably not. £1,000. Yeah, it was about 750 quid, the generator. But hopefully, if it does the job, it's money well spent. Fingers crossed. See, that's with all the adult winter. The cameraman's pissed. The sound man's on his way. That's it, dude. That is it. Yeah, that's it, Mark. That's it, mate. Can't be promoting crap things to people. And when the diesel heater video does come out, oh, here you go, the iPad's turned on. I can stop pissing around with the camera now. Yeah, when the diesel heater comes out, or when I make a video on it, you'll know that it's very, very, very well tested, and everything they give you is genuine. So a lot of people, you know, they'll get a product, they'll get a thing, and they'll make a video review on it on the day they get it, and then 2 weeks down the line it's a pile of shit. Where's the video saying it's a pile of shit? That don't happen, does it? You just get the, oh, this product's amazing, you should buy it, here's the link, go spend your money. But actually it's crap. So
choose your Abu Dhabi holidays from £499.
I mean,
Etihad, choose well.
I need to watch my own adverts right now. Let's see. There we go, we're back in the room. Thank God for that. Right. You can actually see what's happening now. Graham, slowly getting there. I'm not as good at editing as you are. I have to use Movie Maker on Windows 7 laptop. Oh, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, I don't think people really care about how good quality the video is, as long as the content's there, you're being honest, you know, you're showing your journey. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Like, I could sit for flipping 12 hours a day if I wanted to and make some massive, like, cinema, amazing quality thing, 10 gigabytes to upload, whatever, but what's the point? It's just not fun. You just got to find the balance, haven't you? DH, breakdown cover to pick up Marie's rolling home to a garage. Neither of us have breakdown cover. Probably don't do that. Top tip, get breakdown cover. You know, we're all about saving money. We didn't get it, and now we're here. But you know, it's not the end of the world. We will find a solution to it. But we've just been sort of chilling, pretty much, because Marie's been staying in here now. You know, it's almost fell down the priority list a little bit, which is a shame, but it's just how it is. We've just been enjoying life, pretty much. But we will get it sorted. Probably next week, I think we'll make a big push to figure out what we're going to do with it. Oh, here we go. Let's have a shufti of the new toy. We're sitting on the edge of our seats waiting. Oh, shall I whip it out? What diesel heater are you running? I've got a Chinese one, mate. Nice little Chinese copy thing. Cost me 180 quid, I think. I think they've gone down in price now. Does the job. I think it does exactly the same as everyone else's heater. You know, the branded ones, but cooking my pies on the hot air vent. Bloody hell. I don't think mine gets that hot. I feel. Oh, it's pretty warm actually. That's another thing I'm going to do, which is something I screwed up on massively. It's another part of the diesel heater video when that finally arises. I've bought some ducting to move the inlet. So obviously with the diesel heaters, if this is your heater here, you've got intake and exhaust for the actual heater itself, and they're both outside the van, and then you've got the exhaust here which blows the hot air, and the intake here which sucks the cold air in. So you clean air. So because I'm so clever, the clean air intake is in the garage. So you can probably imagine it's sucking in that Baltic air from the garage and blowing it in here. So it's definitely not working as efficiently as it could do. That's probably why it's using so much juice. But I've bought some ducting I'm going to do like a U-bend and bring it back into this area, so it sucks the air from in here and circulates it round. But that was a screw up on my part, didn't even think about it, so that's a note to anyone that's going to buy them. Do I make sense? I don't know. I didn't understand your comment, mate. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. Looked a bit shit, basically. The Webasto heats air and water. Yeah, I know. I've seen them. Obviously, you can. I know that you can connect a water tank to them. Like they're sick. You know, they are sick, but there's like a what £500 price gap. You know, if you've got the money to buy one, then obviously buy the proper one. Susan, did you have to make much room for the Jenny? I've not installed it properly yet. It's just sat in the garage. I am going to have to change things, so I am changing quite a bit in here actually. While we're on here, I might as well tell you what I'm doing. Don't move. There we go. So, you know, I've got the sofa here that I'm sat on now. I'm sacking that off. It's fine for me on my own, but now that there's 2 of us in here, well 3 of us, including this little boy, it's getting a bit tight and crap to sit on. So I'm getting rid of that. And my friend's given us a foam mattress, so I'm going to build almost like I guess like a day bed. This whole area is going to be like a seating bench that lifts up. Probably going to split it in the middle, so you've got 2 lift up bits. And then I'm going to move the fridge from the garage into here, and then where the fridge was, that's where the Jenny's going to sit. That's the idea anyway. It's about all I can do because I'm running out of space in the garage, so, and that'll give us a bit more storage in here as well for stuff. Do me a favour and don't delete the video afterwards so I can see it later after work. My dinner break is almost over. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll save this one. I don't normally save them. Don't know. I quite like the almost, you know, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, bad luck kind of thing. It just makes it a bit more special, I guess. But I'm going to show the generator in this one, so maybe I'll leave it on. We'll see. I cracked my iPhone screen taking a heat temperature reading from the diesel heater. It cracked my screen. Oh, bloody hell. I'm convinced that mine should be working better, and it's because it's pulling that cold air in from the garage that it's not working as good as it could. It's got to be. It's the only reason. I mean, it's meant to be 5 kilowatts apparently. So we'll see how it works after that. Hopefully it's better. Have you ever thought about awnings? Not really. It's not really my thing. You know, each to their own. I know a lot of people like them. I tend to, like, I don't even have chairs. I think I've got one chair which I never use. It's in the back. I should probably just bin it. It's just excess weight. Because I've got the roof deck now, I'll sit on that. I quite like to pull up to a spot and not sort of start unloading shit and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. I like to just be the van there, and then if I do need to bugger off quick, I can just drive away. But now I've got the roof deck, obviously I can sit out there and it's a bit better. But awnings are cool, like especially in the summer, you know, when it's baking and you want to get out of the sun. It is nice. I imagine they're brilliant to have, but it's just not really my thing personally. Where do you park for free? I'm a bit nervous about it. Anywhere. Literally anywhere. Just use your brain. You know, don't park on someone's front lawn, obviously. Depends where you're going as well. Like in France, you're pretty much good anywhere, to be honest with you. If not, there's lots of. If you download Park for Night, that's what I use. That's the free one. I use another one as well called Camper Contact. I use the combination of the two. I find the Camper Contact one gives you more motorhome focused spots where it's got like your toilet dump and your water dump and all of that kind of thing. And Park for Night, you get a mixture of everything. Like you get the proper spots, and you also get the booky little spots in the middle of nowhere where it's just a lay-by or something. But that's the best thing. Get that downloaded on your phone, and then you just get the coordinates off there, stick them in your sat nav, and that's it. So wherever you want to go, put that point in, find a spot around that area, and then you're good to roll. Ash, where do you get that ducking from? Do you mean ducting? Are you on about for the heater? I'll show you. Where did I put it? I bought it from the bloody DIY shop up the road. I don't even know if it's the right size, but I'm just going to make it work. I think I bought 3 meters. Let me grab it. I'll open the garage anyway, because I know you all want to see the generator. It is a bit of a beastly looking thing. Let's just pop this off charge for a minute. There we go. Bought some new skis today. Went to the Scouts again. Remember the like mega super car boot sale thing that we found? Bought some longer skis. Alright, let's have a look. So this is what I bought the other day for the heater. I don't really know what it's called. It's all in French, but it's the same sort of stuff that you get with it. You know, just the flexible metal stuff with the ribs in it. It's only like €11 or something. This is 3 meters. Obviously, it stretches out, but it should be enough to do what I want to do anyway. Fingers crossed. I'm happy to pay for the honeymoon next summer. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves, pal. No, I'm loving it. It's brilliant, mate. Honestly. What happened to the Talbot? It is 30 metres down the road in an icy cocoon of snow and ice at the minute, basically. Chinese diesel, chopper van travels, Chinese diesel fee. Chinese heater fitted, bloody hell. Let's lay off the whiskey for a minute, fuck me. Last week, runs like a dream. Hope you're okay in the cold, bro. Yeah, we're managing. We're managing. It's cold. There's no getting around it. It's freezing, but it's warm in here. I'm in a t-shirt. You know, if there's any sort of review you want of these Chinese diesel heaters, like this is it. Obviously, the insulation plays a part as well. But I'm not freezing to death. That's the main thing. Mine's 2 kilowatt. Didn't you get yourself a new van? DH. You sent me it, didn't you? I'm sure you got yourself a new van. Is that what you've put the new heater in? Or is that in your bloody smart car? Has anyone ever knocked on your van at night? Once. It was here actually, when I was here in the summer. I think it was just some pisshead because I didn't even see him. Someone just knocked on the window and then disappeared. But it is what it is. So it's popping up on the screen. Yeah, other than that, it's been police, and that's about it. And the police, it's one or two things. They're either moving you on because you've stayed for too long, which is what I did in Nancy, which was fair enough. You know, stayed in the same spot for a week at like a massive holiday destination, or like the other day when they pulled me over here, or came up to the van here, because they were, you know, saying about the avalanche, like they were being genuine, telling me to move because they didn't want me to die, which is fair enough, you know. Oh, this has gone again. Fucking piece of shit. If anyone wants to send me a cable to charge an iPad, that would be absolutely excellent. Fucking thing. I'm gonna have to scroll on there again. Scroll down. Try not to knock the phone over again. Where are we? After you get MOTs done, will you be back to France, or are you going to tour around a bit? We haven't decided yet, to be honest. I don't know. Like, I love it here. I mean, this is probably, dare I say it, my new base camp. But it's gorgeous. You know, you wake up in the morning, it just makes you feel good. As soon as you look outside, you're surrounded by mountains. It's in a perfect spot as well, because you've got Switzerland just up the road, Italy through the tunnel. You can go down France a bit and you get to the south of France, and then it's like bloody Mediterranean temperature pretty much. It's like the best of everything. This is the perfect spot. I've got friends here. Marie loves it. Bolski loves it. But I don't know, because I do kind of want to go to Norway again, if I'm honest, because I didn't spend that much time there. So I don't know yet. Nothing's set in stone. Not decided what we're going to do, but we'll see. I would like to go up to Scandinavia again though. Blah, 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 blah. Is the generator quiet? I don't know yet, pal. I've not started it up yet because it's got no oil and sun, so hopefully that'll be sorted out tomorrow. The new Ivecos are good if they are running okay, but shit, they are expensive to repair. Yeah, that's it. You know, there's so much tech on the new vans. Like, if they go wrong, it's not something really that somebody like me can fix at the side of the road. Because if it's all electrical, you know, all the ECU crap, like it controls everything. If things like that go, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to take it to a dealer, ain't you? Or to a garage. That's why I like the older stuff. Mate, you got me worried now about the weight. I've got a 200 litre water tank. Best thing to do, Gordon, my best recommendation, if you're mid-build, let's say every few weeks or, you know, once a month, whatever, just go to the weighbridge. Just find a weighbridge near you. Sometimes it's free. I think the most I've paid is a tenner. Just go on it, see where you're at, and then as you put new stuff in, just weigh it as you put it in, and then you can sort of keep track of where you're going. You just have to be careful. 200 litre water tank is a fucking massive tank though. I don't know if you need that much, mate, to be honest. Are you going to take the Talbot back out? Yeah. We can't just leave it here. We will fix it, we just ain't got round to it yet. DH. Back. Yeah, man. Oh, 4x4. Sick. I wish mine was 4x4. I actually got stuck the other day for the first time. On camera as well. Don't worry about that. All combined, Standard Beats. Have a followers get together on the beach. Mate, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan in motion. I definitely want to do that. I think I mentioned it before. Everyone that's been, following along, I definitely want to have some kind of a meet-up thing. Yeah, definitely. We'll have to work something out. Bob, are you alright, pal? You want to get yourself comfy? But I'm well up for that. I think quite a lot of people said they'd be up for it as well. John, come by Sweden again. I'll buy you a beer. I will hold you to that. Don't you worry. If I come up that way, you'll be getting a message, mate. George. Yes, mate. Yes. I have 2 sets of skis now. I've also got 2 helmets, 2 jackets, 2 trousers, 3 pairs of gloves. So now you've got no fucking excuse. So why don't you get yourself out here and come and have a ski with me? Norway, what time of year did I go last time? It was in the summer, mate. It looks pretty rough up there in the winter, to be honest. I've seen pictures and stuff. It looks a bit... Mate, this... Every time I scroll the thing, it's focusing on my finger. It's kind of getting annoying. Yeah, Graham, that's it, mate. Kilogram of water, or a litre of water is a kilogram. You got to think that way when you're building stuff. So when you're doing your build, you got to factor in the weight of a full fuel tank, full water tank, full toilet, full waste tank, and your LPG, because that still weighs. So, and even your diesel heater, I've got a 10 litre tank, still 10 kilograms. You got to add this all up and try and factor in the worst case scenario. Right, shall we have a look at this generator? I reckon it's about time. Which battery we've got on the phone? I can't see because of this live stream. Let's give you all a little sneaky peeky of this ridiculously expensive piece of metal that I bought. Make a bit of room for it on there. I'll bring it in. So, what is the weight max for an average van? I mean, depends on your licence, pal. So my licence, I've got a normal car licence, I can drive up to 3.5 tonnes. Ed, you know what, right, with the skiing, so you've only seen the first, I think I've done 2 skiing clips so far. I've been skiing, I went for another 4 hours the other day. I've been skiing for, I don't know, what should we say, probably 12, 13 hours total, and like I'm ready to do the next slope. put it that way. Like, I'm ready to come off the beginner and go on to the proper slopes, which I did not expect. You know, I thought it was going to take weeks and weeks of practice and stuff to actually get comfortable with it, but for some reason, I don't know why, it's just sort of clicked, and I don't know, I've just picked it up really fast, and you know, it's fucking brilliant. Because that's like the main reason why we're here. Like, why else would we be in freezing temperatures for no reason? Might as well ski. But yeah, like, it's awesome, and Marie's picking it up really fast as well. She's not done it for as long. She's a few hours behind me, but she's nearly there. There's a point you get to, because obviously when you're skiing, I don't know how many of you have skied. Oh, fucking hell, this ain't gonna work, is it? So when you first start off, you're doing like the pizza thing where you put your skis like this, and you're sort of going everywhere like that, and you're learning to turn, and then all of a sudden you'll be doing it, and something will click, and then you're skiing like this, and I don't know, it just sort of happened, and it happened for me. So like, my friend was teaching me, and she said she can't believe how quick it sort of clicked. I don't know if it's because I used to rollerblade when I was younger for probably like 10 years or something. I don't know if that's had any influence on it or what. Couldn't tell you. But all I know is it's going good, and I'm loving it. So yeah, right, let's get this generator out. She's a bit of a weighty old girl. Alright. That is a sight. It even looks cool. Like, it's not just some shit fucking piece of plastic. Let's spin this round. There we go. Let me get out of the way. So that's it. That, hopefully, is the solution. So you can see there it says no oil. So you got the sump down here. It's basically, it's a 100cc engine. Hang on, give me 30 seconds. There we go. Right. Where are we? Let me catch up on everyone. Our way bridge is free. Depends. The ones I've been onto aren't, but they're not a lot of money. Ski, you gay boy, real men snowboard. I don't know about that, mate. They're very different. It's not about being a real man. You can do very different things on each thing. I've looked at both, and I just prefer skiing. That's all. I'll probably get a snowboard as well. Yeah, so anyway, generator. Right, we're caught up in comments. So it's a bit of a beast, isn't it? So you got the 100cc motor here. It's just got a normal pull start, all your controls, whatever. Little fuel tank. I bought a massive jerry can, like I say, for that. You've got a little control panel here. Obviously it tells you your voltage and stuff. Little kill switch. And then round the side here, so this thing is the alternator. So it's 95 amps. Like, as far as generators go, that's a pretty big deal from what I've researched, because a lot of them are really low. Especially, you know, you get the 2000 watt Honda ones or whatever, and I think they put out about 8 amps of DC. I know you can connect a battery charger to them. So this one, it only puts out the plus and negative DC. It's just like a car alternator basically, but that's all it is. There's no like electrical plugs anywhere. Yeah, so hopefully this is going to be the best solution. I'll show you around the other side if I can lift it. It's not mega heavy, but it's got a bit of weight to it. So this bit here, this is the LPG connection. I'm guessing that's what that is. So you can, obviously I'm going to plug that into my LPG tank, which is in there. I don't know if you guys have seen that before. So that's my LPG system in there, look. And all I have is the one pipe that comes off that and goes to the hob, which is there. So what I need to do is like tee off that and do a little tap so I can turn it on and off. I don't know what it is in wattage, Ed. I know that it's 95 amps, but I don't know about wattage. But yeah, there you go. So that's the exhaust. This is the bit that I need to extend. So I'm probably going to have to take this apart tomorrow. How does it go on? I don't know if I'm going to take this whole silencer off, extend from here, and then put the silencer on the end, or if I'm just going to go off this pipe here. I'll see what's quieter. I'll probably need to make something. I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's, you know, it's not massive, but it's definitely not small either. You get the idea. Yeah, Simon. So I was speaking to the chap about it. So once you start it up on a higher throttle, then you bring the throttle down, because this generator it makes its peak voltage, I think it's at 1500 RPM. So you only need it on really low, which is almost ticking over. And once it's there, it's going to use about half a litre of petrol per hour. Same with gas as well. So it's not too bad when you think about it. But yeah, say if it uses half a litre, what is it out here? It's average 140 a litre, so that's 70p per hour of usage, which isn't too bad. If it's going to put out 95 amps, then theoretically from, you know, very, very low charge, it could charge my batteries in 4 hours. Which, you know, if someone said, okay, give me, what, £3 a day and I'll charge you batteries to full, like, that's fine. What else we got? Where do you place the generator? I'll show you where I'm going to put it. The garage is a bit of a mess at the minute, I'm afraid. But you get the idea. So that there is the fridge. There's not a lot of room in here now, it's a bit of a state. But that, the idea is to take that out. The Jenny's going to go there. And then this sofa here, I'm going to get rid of. Build like a flat piece all the way to the end. Have it lift up, and then I'll put the fridge under there. And then I'll have a bit more storage. That's the idea anyway. But yeah, see how it goes. I've got everything I need to do it. I just need to do it. C-Tech charger. What's that? Is that the battery to battery thing? Because I'm going to get one of them as well. So a lot of people have been telling me to get one of those battery to battery chargers. Yeah, so I'm going to buy one of them as well. I think you can get a reconditioned one for about 150 quid. And then hopefully those two things combined. What What amp hours are your batteries? I could do Ed, but one thing I need to note with this is cooling. So because it's obviously it's air cooled, as you can see, if it's just sitting in there, it's going to get hot pretty quick. So I might need to build some kind of fan system to cool it. I don't know yet. That's sort of in the future a little bit, but we'll see. But I want it to be open, and because all the controls, you know, you've got kill switch here, you've got throttle around the other side, buttons here, obviously the gas stuff here. I need access all around the whole unit, and then obviously you've got to fill it at the top. So I want it to be open. I don't want to box it into anything. So that's why with the silencing, I'm going to make sure I silence the exhaust. It's going to make noise. I'm not stupid. You know, I know it's going to make a racket. But as long as it's not making too much noise outside the van, I don't really care. Because if it's making power, you know, it don't bother me. But yeah, so there you go. That is the beast to go in the beast, hopefully. Why have I lost the comments? My C-Tech only does 40 to 300 amp hours. Yeah, that's it, mate. So, yeah, with the battery to battery thing, I'm definitely going to get one because I know it will help. But that and this combined should be good enough, hopefully, to give me unlimited power. Pretty much, that's the plan, anyway. I've done a lot of research to get this. I know it's not like the normal one that people buy. I bet probably most of you have never even heard of this. I hadn't, and it was recommended to me by somebody, but I think this is the way to go. We'll probably find out tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, or maybe the next day. I don't know. Depends if I can get the fuel and stuff. But yeah, so there you go. Can we stand this puppy back up? I don't know. You'll be fine on cooling, just don't cover it. Yeah, I mean, the guy actually said it obviously is going to get hot. I mean, it's an engine, right? It's going to get hot. It's just how it works. But I don't know. I'll see how we get on. He said probably about 2 hours run time before you start to worrying about heat. But if I can figure out a way to cool it, I'll probably run it for a lot longer than that. But realistically, it's only going to need, say if I'm flat, it'd only need 4 hours, pretty much, wouldn't it? A bit more. And then everything will be fully charged. Well, obviously I can't flatten the batteries completely anyway, so. What amp hour have you got? 480, my battery bank is. You alright, mate? You want to have a look in the video, don't you, pal? Right, I'm probably going to shoot in a minute, because hour and a half, that's definitely going to cost me money. So if anyone's got any more questions, slap them in quick time. You alright, mate? I reckon it's a bit too hot for this little guy. Want a drink? There you go. There you go. Yeah, if you've got any questions, fire them away now. It's going to be going in a minute. How old is the dog? I have no idea. He's not my dog. I think he's about 7, maybe 8. I'm not sure. Can't answer that, I'm afraid. What's the make and model of the Jenny? It's called the Supercharger. That's its name. That's all I know about it. What time is Marie, mate, cooking you supper? Marie's not here, mate. She's on holiday on the other side of town with her mate. I'm here, it's just me and Bolski tonight. Well, for the next 3 nights, actually. So our friends come over and they've got a hostel because obviously Marie's van's knackered. So they're staying in there. So it's just us for a bit. What about your wind turbine? Didn't bother, mate, because there's no bloody wind here. Literally, there's no wind here whatsoever. I think there's been one semi-windy day. You got a little bit of tree movement. That's it. No wind. So wind turbine's out of the question. It probably works somewhere else. But here, no good. Can't you just duct tape her brake lines? Nah, duct tape won't work, mate. It's not good enough. Quite a lot of pressure in brake lines, to be honest. I'm probably going to have to go and have a look under her van in the next couple of days and see if I can see it, if a mechanic's not going to come out. So the plan is, as a massive, epic, fantastic bodge, if no one's going to come out to fix it, got some more water, pal? A bit more? Here's some more. Yeah? Yeah, if no one's going to come out, I'm going to have to get under there, find the split, cap it off. You'll lose a wheel, because obviously it splits into 4 for the 4 wheels. But that'll be the only way, I think. Just try and crimp that one off and then bleed it again, and just lose that wheel, just so we can get it to a garage. I think that's the only way. You haven't found your razor yet, then? I mean, I'm trying to, grow some here. I don't normally grow it this long. I'm trying to be different. What cable was it you said you wanted? Oh, I was only joking. It's the iPad's not charging. It's the iPad cable. I've only got one. I'll just buy one from the shop. It's alright. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. I don't actually have anywhere to send things to here. Hey, buddy. Are you sleepy? Could you put the gen outside? No part of me wants to be leaving a 750 quid generator on the side of the road. Are French people rude? No, actually. To be honest, every French person I've sort of come in contact with, whether it's in shops, on the street, whatever, everyone's really nice. I've never had any problems really. Yeah, I think the generator will overheat as well. In fact, no, I know it will. You're right, mate. What are you doing? I know it will overheat eventually, after a few hours, because it's an engine. That's how they work. So I'll definitely need to figure out a way to cool it if I want to run it for too long. Do you have a hot water for the shower yet? No, don't bother. For the shower, I literally I've got another 25 litre water tank that's connected to the shower. When I want to have a shower, I put 5 litres of cold and then a kettle, and that's enough. It's the perfect temperature, and I can have a shower no problem. Saves messing around. Mark, there you go, mate. 800 to 1200 psi, yeah. I knew they were high pressure. They're pretty thick, aren't they? They're only small lines, but when you cut one, you see how thick the walls of the copper are. It's only a tiny little, what's the fucking word? Bit inside. Like the hole is only very small, and it's all thick copper all the way around. So yeah, duct tape's a no-go. No, I don't use the heater overnight. Don't need to. Normally I just warm the van up, obviously, at night, sleep, and then in the morning, I've got the remote for it at the side of the bed, so I'll click it on. There's no point wasting heat overnight. It's daft. Even though I think the lowest it's dropped since we've been here this time is -12. No, that's a lie. -16 it went to one night, and we were still okay. Just got a duvet and furs on the bed. This is what we use. Bit of a shithole. So I've got these furs on here. You'd be surprised how warm that actually keeps the bed. Some people probably don't agree with it, but I got given them. I didn't buy them, so you can't moan. There we go. Have you been to Annecy? Yes, Annecy is gorgeous. It's a perfect place. Just don't stay there for too long because the police will kick you off. You got to move around. Beards so last year. Well, you know, anything I can do to try and keep the face a little bit warmer. I don't know what engine it is. I don't think it's Honda. But anyway. Are French police scary? They are a little bit scary, to be honest, because they all carry guns. It's a bit intimidating at first. You know, you're having a chat with a copper and he's sat there with a bloody pistol around his waist. But it's just how it is here. You get used to it. It's not like America where they're going to, you know, shoot you for crossing the road in the wrong place or something. But it's very different to England. But you just got to be friendly with them. You know, don't be a dick and you'll be fine. Temporary whiskey time. Take care all. Night, dude. No, you can't. There's too much pressure in brake lines. You can't, like. Realistically, all you can do is repair it, or you can clamp it. You can fold it. If you do it good enough, it should be okay. Enough to get to a garage anyway. It'll probably still leak. But yeah, you can't. There's nothing you can really put on them to fix it. You just got to change it. They're a piece. This is what's annoying. They're a piece of piss to repair as well. They really are. I've done it so many times. All you do is you cut. Say if it's shit here, you cut here and here. You get your new bit of brake line. You have a little thing on the end here and one here. You put it on. Do it. And then that's it, repaired. It's really easy to fix. I just didn't bring the stuff, and I didn't want to risk sending it to here because it'd get lost and it's just a waste of time. So might end up having to at this rate though. It should say on the pull cord housing. What if it's Honda? It doesn't. It's not Honda. Don't know what it is. Have you thought about bringing a motorbike on a trailer? You know what? The mechanic, the comment just above, too cold for mechanics to come out. To be fair, like, they wouldn't be able to do shit because, you know, when we rang them, the snow was above the wheels of the van. The whole thing was just buried. So what are they going to do? They're not going to go traipsing around in the snow. So I'm going to go now. I'll leave you with this idea that we've had. You might have to tow it. Yeah, but the only way to tow it realistically will be with either a solid bar or an A-frame. A-frames are illegal in France anyway, and I don't know about a solid bar, but yeah, so with the motorbike question, an idea that we've had, which might probably, maybe definitely be happening, I don't know, at some point, is maybe sell the Talbot and buy a 4x4. So it'll be the Beast and a 4x4 of some sort. I don't know what. I have been offered a Discovery, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. That's like, take it with a pinch of salt for now. It's not set in stone yet. But obviously Marie's been staying in here, so the Talbot's almost obsolete now, pretty much. Which is a shame, but it's just how it is. But yeah, so it's an idea in the works, potentially. But if it happens, it'll be pretty sick. So anyway, I think someone just said Northern Monkey. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it like that. It would be literally just to get it to a garage. I wouldn't obviously leave them bodged. No way. Are there more videos on the way? Yes. This generator hopefully is going to be the solution to everything, and then it'll be back to normal, daily uploads, all good, hopefully. I think it will be. 95 amps, that's a lot. Can't believe you'd stick duct tape. I wouldn't stick duct tape. Exhaust, what, for the generator? Hopefully out and down, out the bottom of the van. Landy Disco, yeah, but the one we've been offered is a V8, top of the range. I mean, it's an older one, but it's got a full LPG conversion on it. But it's in England, so yeah, we'll see. I don't know yet. Don't read too much into that, because I don't know if it will happen. We might just buy something else. I'm not sure. We'll see. It could be pretty cool. LPG's cars don't last. Yeah, but when they're free, it's a different story. So, needs a bit of work though. I remember seeing it before. Actually, if you go back, I can't remember what episode, when I was back in England, it's probably around the late 40s mark, 48, 49, I don't know. I think there's a clip in there of me starting up a V8 Land Rover Discovery. That's the one I've been offered, the one that was grown into a bush. If you remember, go back and have a look. It's somewhere around there. Yeah, there you go. You showed it once to us. It's that one. So it's free if I want it, but obviously I need to fix it. So I don't know. But if I don't get that, I'll probably get something else anyway. Just need to do a bit of research. I'd love a Defender. I've always wanted a Defender, but it's finding one for a good price. Obviously they've shot up in value because they've been discontinued now, haven't they? So I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it's time to peace out, because this is going to cost me a fortune. So hopefully you'll have some videos coming very soon. Land Rovers aren't that reliable. No, they're not. They're kind of shit. But if you get the older ones, they're very simple. It's very similar to this van. Simple, easy to fix. That's the idea. But anyway, well, I don't know, we'll see. See what happens. Right, I shall catch you all hopefully in the next few days. Fingers crossed. You should get a video thrown your way soon, if all goes well. But if you've got me on Instagram, or if you haven't, it'll be in the link of every video. So if you've got me, keep an eye on the story on there, because I'll probably film when I'm putting all this thing together, so you can sort of get a first-hand look of what's going on. But yeah, so I'll catch you all in a bit, everyone.